Hello everyone, welcome to AP Statistics. I'm Miss Aston and I look forward to having you in my class and getting to know you over the course of this year. This video is the asynchronous assignment for August 12th. It will be due before the next class period I see you, which is Friday, August 14th. I'm just going to go over the syllabus, kind of some basics about my class. You'll go through and answer some questions. And of course, if you have more that come up, please feel free to comment or email me and I'll be as prompt as I can. I'm getting back to you. And there's always also next class period. So I'll share my screen right now and go ahead over to the syllabus. So I am very committed this year to making your learning experience as positive as possible during this kind of extreme times. And this document, which should be in the assignment also, you can open it up. There's some links in here and some information. So the first thing about how my classroom set up is I will be trying to implement a flipped classroom to the best of my ability. And what this means is that there will be synchronous time that you'll be spending on virtual live instruction. And during that time, you're going to be practicing problems, exploring questions, collaborating, and getting feedback. And then the asynchronous time that you spend, times when you're not live in the class, you'll be spent watching videos, reading, answering questions kind of passively, but you won't be doing any actual math problems. Many times in the typical classroom, you have the lecture and then you go home to practice. This will be kind of flipped. Down below here are some basic tools. Google Classroom will be where you'll get your assignments, the agenda, all the important information. My meetings will be held on Zoom, and all of the links to Zoom meetings will be in your Google Classroom, and they should be on your Google Calendar as well if you go in from your email and go to Calendars. The textbook, you'll need to go to school to pick up the practice of statistics on your assigned day. I believe seniors are Wednesday the 12th, and then juniors are Thursday the 13th. Sophomores are Friday the 14th. If you have trouble getting your book, please email me and I'll make sure I can help you make arrangements for that. There's a couple other online tools. Desmos is not one we'll be using very frequently, but Staplet will be an online calculator that we'll be using very regularly. And I'll always be posting videos explaining how to do that. And that should be pretty self-explanatory. It's very useful. Edpuzzle is where you'll be viewing most of the videos, and it will have questions along as you're watching the videos and answering questions. I also will post my YouTube video in case the Edpuzzle, if you're having trouble logging onto it, my YouTube channel will have all of my lectures posted there. Along with the textbook, you'll also need to make sure you get a notebook. You're going to take notes on the lectures and reading, and you'll have to post pictures of those for credit. And then there's occasionally when you'll need household supplies. One of the most important things you're going to need is a deck of cards and dice. I'll send out an email, and then if you don't have those at your house, please let me know and I will send some along to you. So here is the day schedule. This is like very much close to what the usual school schedule is, where you have Mondays are C days. You go to all 6 of your classes, 40 minutes apiece. Tuesdays and Thursdays are A days. You have 80-minute classes, and Wednesdays and Fridays are B days, 80-minute classes. So what will a typical day look like in my classroom? So a typical classroom is you come at the assigned time. You can check the schedule for the times. I'll have a warm-up posted as you're entering class. You'll think about, respond to that warm-up. After the warm-up, there'll be a group activity. I'll send you to breakout groups and you will work through some short kind of problem. On Mondays, most Mondays, not every Monday, you'll have a formative assessment. This will be assessment that's given full credit for effort, just to give you feedback on how you are doing. And so that'll take up pretty much the 40 minutes of the day. On block days, you're going to have that same warm-up when you come in. We'll have a question period where I can kind of check in and ask questions. After that, we'll do examples and collaborating with group members. And then we'll kind of come back together for closure and kind of summarize ideas for the day. After that, there'll be an individual assignment for the rest of the period. And during that time, you can leave the meeting completely if you feel confident going to complete the individual assignment. You could also stay present, whether you keep your video on or mute it, and ask questions. I'll leave the meeting open during that whole entire time, and so you can kind of pop in and out as you need, so that you can get the support. But that if you feel confident and comfortable, you're also able to do that on your own. All the individual assignments will be due at 5 o'clock that day to give you a little flexibility, but really they should be done during that day. And if you're struggling or have questions, you definitely should be staying for that whole time. So your routine on your class days, you should log into Google Classroom at the scheduled time. There'll be an agenda in the stream. Click on the class meeting. There'll be a slideshow where you'll be asked to input information or collaborate with team members. And then after that, completing that individual assignment. Those individual assignments, they will be graded for correctness, since you do have the opportunity to stay that whole time and finish the assignment. Any of the asynchronous work that is assigned outside of that time, when you're watching a video or doing reading outlines, that's just, you do it, you get it kind of credit, no credit. If you complete it, it's okay, even if it's not correct. The asynchronous work will be, really mostly videos. And I'll try to keep my videos between 5 and 10 minutes. And then the reading outlines, mostly just focusing on definition. All late work will be given 75%. So there'll be times posted on the assignments. If you submit them on time, you get 100% credit, and then late assignments, 75%. So your expectations, you're going to attend 3 Zoom meetings per week, and please arrive on time. Make sure you're present and participating. If you prefer to type into the chat as opposed to talk and respond when either asked to collaborate or to respond to a direct question from me, that's completely fine. I'll get your feedback either way. Please maintain appropriate communication in language and attire during Zoom meetings. And very much important is that you treat others with kindness and respect in all online settings. This should go without saying, but know that you'll be monitored, and that your behaviors need to be in accordance with respect for other human beings. Please keep your camera on whenever possible and appropriate. If you have something going on, you can always let me know, but it's better for the climate if you could try to keep that video on. Also, please complete all of your own assignments with integrity. No plagiarism will not be tolerated. The purpose of the course is your learning, and so copying will not benefit you. And I will always work with you on giving you ways to support, give you a supportive environment so that you can achieve the grade that you would like, but please do it with integrity. For your grading, 75% of your grade will be assessments, tests, group tests, finals, formative assessments, and projects. And like I said, I will always give opportunities for makeups or corrections if you are struggling and really want that additional support. There will be structured, fair ways to do that. The classwork that you do kind of synchronous, this is warm-ups, group work, and then those individual assignments, that will be 20%. And then the homework where you're watching videos and doing reading outlines, that's 5%. On the formatives, just these codes are how you can track how your understanding is. Emerging is you're just kind of like, you tried it, but you really still are not sure about the concept. Approaching, you're making progress. You've got some grasp of what's going on with the concept, but you still need further work. Proficient, you're really understanding the concept, but you have maybe minor mistakes, or you need to communicate better. And then mastery means you've got it. Just so you know that AP Statistics really is equivalent to introductory college statistics course, whether that's at Cabrillo or one of the UCs. and that completing this course will give you such a strong foundation in the study of statistics that my hope is that if you take the AP test, you might get credit and college credit for stats, and that if not, you are going to be so prepared for stats that when you go take it, you're going to be like, yeah, this is my easy class. I've seen all this. And this content applies to so many, so many programs and courses of study that pretty much everyone needs statistics to be a informed member of society. Some of the main things that you'll need, that kind of like the process of statistics, you're going to be kind of looking at data and interpreting what that data means. You're going to be looking at how to evaluate how data was collected and experiments and observations. And then we'll get to sort of the formal probability that will inform how we make decisions based on the data that we're given, and how can we really know what decision to make, and that'll be a process called inference. So if you have more questions, please feel free to email me or post in the comments, and I look forward to getting to know you all this year, and I will see you at our next class meeting.